Okay, folks, how you doing, guys? Today we'll be looking at a very interesting subject, a controversial issue, which has been a major issue of a major aspect in most questions that are being bring out. It's a very technical question though, but when you get the plight of it, you find it more easy. So today we'll be looking at cytoplasm versus cytosol. We try to look at what is the difference between these two by definitions and some other facts too. So if you haven't done this before, please subscribe to our channel A.K.D Studios. You get more and more and more and more of definite facts, and please like the like button and share it with your friends too. You're free to do that. So let's move on. So from the diagram here, I try to differentiate between the two, both of them, between the cytoplasm and the cytosol. You see here, the arrow marking here points directly. Points. The arrow here points to the cytosol, meaning the arrow which points to the cytosol shows that the cytosol is surrounding most of the organelles, while the cytoplasm is everything, entirely everything which is found entirely everything which is found in the cell except the nucleus, and that is behind the cell membrane. So everything in the cell, behind the cell membrane, apart from the nucleus, are called the cytoplasm. So let's move on. Definition proper. Cytoplasm is the entire content of the cell. So all structures in the cell are contained in the cytoplasm except the nucleus. Please don't forget this, except the nucleus. So everything apart from the cell membrane and the nucleus are called the cytoplasm. So let me give you a technical example now. We have a jug. We have a small ball which is placed at the middle of the jug, and water is poured inside the middle of the jug, and we have particles that are dispersed in the middle of the jug too. So you see the ball at the middle of the jug. That ball is the nucleus. Why that jug, the container, the jug as the container, maybe it's a glass jug or a plastic jug. That plastic material and the glass material, that's the cell membrane. But all other components inside that jug, that is the particles dispersed, the water inside, and everything except the ball, they are all the cytoplasm. Listen again. The jug, which is the material in which the jug is made of, which is the glass or the plastic, that's the cell membrane. Then all the particles inside, including the water, they are the what? They are the cytoplasm. Why the ball, which I said is placed in the middle of the water in the jug, is the nucleus. So apart from the nucleus and the cell membrane, everything, the other things inside that jug can be classified as the what? As the cytoplasm. So let's move on. They include the neutral flat globules, the glycogen granules, the ribosome, the secretive vesicles, and five important organelles: the endoplasmic reticulum, the Golgi apparatus, the mitochondria, the lysosome, and the perisome. So that's just it. So here is a more explanatory diagram showing to us what we really mean. So now the cell membrane, that's the outer coverage, the outer portion of the jug, that's the glass or the plastic. So now the nucleus, that's the ball which is in place. Other particles inside the cell, all these are the vacuoles, the lysosome, the mitochondria, the Golgi apparatus, the endoplasmic reticulum, and all others. And the particles to that are dispersed, those are them. So the water inside it, that's the cytosol. So the cytoplasm is a combination of cytosol, neutral fat globules, the glycogen granules, and other five important organelles. Other there are other organelles too in the body, but the five major important organelles are all together called the cytoplasm. Let's get it. The cytoplasm contains the cytosol. So let's move on to this next slide. So now the cytosol. The cytosol is a clear fluid portion of the cytoplasm. It surrounds the organelles. The cytosol is a cleared fluid portion of the cytoplasm, and it surrounds the organelles. So all the fluids, the water that I mentioned in the explanation of the jug, that water that surrounds the particle that are dispersed in it, that water is the what? Is the cytosol, is the clear fluid portion of the cytoplasm, is a part of the cytoplasm. Okay, so it contains mainly dissolved protein, electrolyte, and glucose. Note, it contains mainly dissolved protein, electrolyte, and glucose. Note, the electrolytes which are dispersed in the cytosol are the major ones that are responsible for ion for which are responsible for depolarization and repolarization in cells. An example are we have the electrolytes, the sodium ion, potassium ion, chloride ion, bicarbonate ion. All these ions are very important doing depolarization and repolarization in cells. I hope you get it now. So let's have a brief insight about the function of the cytoplasm. Since the cytoplasm contains the cytosol, we look at the function of the cytoplasm generally. So the cytoplasm, the function of the cytoplasm, number one, it provides a medium for all the cell organelles. Since we said the cell organelles are dispersed in the cytoplasm to the cytosol, so it provides a medium for their movement. Number one. Number two, it provides a kind of medium for enzymatic actions. So all the enzymatic action that happens in the cell, they happen in the cytoplasm. Okay. Then we have the second, glycolysis. During the breaking down of glucose to generate ATP, which is used for transportation, which is used for co-transport. In the example of sodium potassium transport, when ATP is broken down to give us ATP and the phosphate and release energy. All these processes are carried out in the cytoplasm, and many more. For example, I'll give you one. The production of protein, the packaging, the transportation to the cell membrane for exocytosis. All these processes happen in the cytosol, in the cytoplasm. And the cytosol acts as a medium, a fluid medium, to allow all these processes to occur. So let's have a brief recap of everything we've talked about. The cytoplasm and the cytosol. The cytoplasm is the entire content of the cell apart from the nucleus and the cell membrane, while the cytosol is a cleared fluid, watery portion of the cytoplasm. So when we have this kind of idea, we know the cytosol is a kind of watery portion of the cytoplasm, while the cytoplasm is the entire content of the cell apart from the nucleus and the cell membrane. So this will help us to understand more about the cell and its function, how everything occurs. You see, enzymatic reactions and biological reactions, they occur in watery medium. So that is to say, they occur in the cytoplasm, which contains 70 to 80% of water, which is the cytosol. So on this note, I like to round up this video by saying the cytosol is a component of the cytoplasm, while the cytoplasm is the entire content of the cell apart from the nucleus and the cell membrane. So till next time, we are still from A.K.D Studios. Please like the channel, subscribe to the channel so you can get more subsequent classes as they will be coming on. Till then, I remain Olayinju Adekunle.